Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm going to help out a follower that has asked me a question. They're in a bit of trouble. They've tried getting a test for ADHD. Turns out it's negative, so let's have a look at what they've got to say. Since I was very young, I struggled so much in school, but I just accepted the fact that maybe I was just dumber than everyone else. Even my parents didn't pressure me when I had bad grades, since they saw that I tried hard. But logically, I am very talented. I am very good at math and decided to study computer science. Well, fair play to you, I am absolutely horrendous at math. It's my weakest subject. I didn't really start thinking about it until I started university. At first I thought I might have some kind of learning disability, as I always studied regularly and very hard, but still had trouble concentrating, missed assignments, felt very incompetent, etc. I also changed my lifestyle to try to improve, eat healthy, exercise, have a quiet place to focus, but without success. So you've tried the basics to lay a strong foundation, and that's what I tell everybody is if you don't have a strong foundation of healthy habits, you haven't got anything. So I decided to make an appointment with an expert. The doctor was not a specialist in ADHD, just neuropsychology in general. We didn't really talk about my experience and went straight to the tests. Really? You didn't talk about your experience? That's quite bizarre to me. I mean, I talked about my experience. I would have thought that that would be prerequisite to getting a diagnosis, surely, because your doctor has to know about your history in order to get a more accurate picture so they can diagnose you. It makes no sense whatsoever. After a while, I got the results back that I had no learning difficulties, no ADHD either. I took that very well and was quite happy about it, to be honest. So I decided to move on with a new attitude, as I was probably just imagining everything, and uni was only extra hard because it was a fresh start. Yeah, until reality hits. But the next semester was the worst time I've ever had in my life. It was like I was back at square one. Because it takes me so much longer to study, I studied day and night and had many all-nighters. I've been there and done that, my friend. It's not a nice way to live. I even had to drop 2 courses because I simply didn't have time to study for them, even though the content was quite understandable for me. The other students, on the other hand, managed well, as always, in terms of time and studying. Yeah, I think if you look around you and you see others not struggling and somehow you are, and everyone makes it look effortless, I think that offers quite a bit of evidence to show that maybe there's something not quite right that needs to be looked into. That's one of the first signs, I would say, for many young people. Now I'm just lost and I'm not sure what to do. Should I look for an expert in ADHD? My general doctor doesn't believe me when I tell her how much I struggle. Since I am such a hard-working student, she doesn't believe you? I mean, I've heard of people lying to doctors in order to get prescription medication. Maybe she's got some distrust in certain patients, I don't know. Maybe there's some bias with this doctor. Who knows? But that's just ridiculous. It's not very professional. I'm even thinking of dropping out of uni and to go back to work where I had the same problems. I've been in that situation when I was in uni and it was quite tempting. I thought, what am I doing? I can't handle this, but I'm glad I persevered. I'm glad I got the help and just got through it, even though I didn't get quite the results that I wanted, especially in my master's degree. I didn't even get the full master's. I failed that and I got an exit qualification and I tried the best that I could do. Even if you don't get the best result, I think getting through it and just doing the best that you can to your abilities can build character. So I think it's a real shame if people drop out. I mean, if you want to achieve something and you want to pursue the degree and you actually enjoy the subject, I would say it's not a good idea to drop out. I just persevere and do what you can, but that's just my opinion. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I mean, at the end of the day, you know whether or not a course is right for you. If it's just difficult and you don't have quite the support you're looking for, maybe look into that as well. Maybe look into what your options are for mentors or extra tuition. It can make a hell of a difference. It helps a lot to have somebody there by your side on a regular basis to give you that consistent motivation, because finding it by yourself is very difficult to do a lot of times, especially if you're struggling. I'm 22 years old and live in Switzerland. I worked for 4 years and started uni in 2021. I don't know what the psychiatry is like in Switzerland. I would have thought they'd be pretty on the ball over there. I would think you already know the answer. I think yes, absolutely get a second opinion. I think it's possible that you may have gotten a bit unlucky and been tested by a doctor that doesn't have the sufficient knowledge about ADHD, doesn't have the experience in treating people with ADHD. But I would also say maybe there's something more to this. You don't know, maybe there could be another condition mimicking ADHD, because believe it or not, people often get similar traits with things like anxiety and depression. So don't rule that out completely, but it's something to consider. But at the end of the day, you know yourself more than anyone else. You know yourself better than your parents. You know yourself better than any doctor, because you are living through your own body. You're living through your own mind, and you've witnessed and experienced all your symptoms right throughout your life, right? If you're confident that you've got this condition, I would definitely use that as evidence and bring it up to the next person that you speak to, because you need to be talking about your history. You can't just have a test like some bog standard run-of-the-mill diagnosis. You need to divulge the information, because it's crucial. It really does paint the picture of your mentality, your psychology, and your symptoms. So when I got tested, I had to go through a diagnostic list of questions, multiple choice stuff like, what symptoms you have, how long you've had them, and to what degree and severity they have affected your life. So I don't know what test she's done for you. Maybe you've got an inefficient, outdated test, but yeah, you will maybe look into somebody else with more up-to-date testing. Apart from anything else, I think you just need to persevere. It sounds like you're doing all right with your diet and your sleep and your exercise, so great, keep that up, because that will automatically put you at a psychological advantage. It'll give you that extra performance. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm guessing some of you out there are in a similar position to this person as well, so I thought it would be very important for me to address this situation. So until next time, remember, stay strong and stay focused. Done.